not only that, I just know it was hot as hell in that club.
True.
It's a club in New York. You just know it's all types of.
Mm.
And we're back.
Welcome to yet another episode of Key and Carry, where we key
And we carry.
This is our review for the fifth episode?
Yes.
Of the Shit We Do for Love, produced by KevonBurnsOnline. But yeah, what were your initial thoughts of this episode?
It was definitely a better episode than a previous episode.
Mm-hmm.
A lot went on this episode. There was a lot to digest this episode. Overall, it was entertaining. I like this episode. Like, it was so much going on, but I like to call it beautiful chaos, if that makes sense. This episode was beautiful chaos. So I enjoyed it.
Beautiful chaos. I thought it was a cool. I feel like it's getting like more and more, I guess, like it's getting more and more exciting.
Yeah,
I guess. Like the tension is rising.
Yeah, the build up is perfect.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent episode. What was your standout moment or standout situation?
You just mentioned it. The fact that there weren't any dates this episode.
Hey, so we literally forgot that Alante and Will went on a date this episode. We shot a lot of these episodes like back to back, so we kind of got them mixed up, so forgive us. But yeah, that was definitely this episode. There definitely was a date this episode, so we were definitely wrong, but we'll talk about it in the next episode.
He literally was like, fuck this shit, we got drama, forget the dates. Like,
I feel like the premise for this show is that they were all supposed to be dating, I guess. But we don't really get, like, after Quentin and Malcolm break up, there's no, like, new relationship, I guess.
Right.
The only relationship to come out of the show, you know, they don't even get to really talk about it because one of the people left the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, but, yeah, sorry, I feel like I took over your moment.
Oh, no, you did. But, yeah, that was my moment. The fact that other than the Quentin and Malcolm date, there weren't any other dates this episode.
Who would you have liked to see go on a date?
I would like to see Ryan go on a date. Like, I haven't seen Ryan. I haven't seen Ryan on a date yet. Yeah, I would like to see. Ryan would have been my pick to go on a date this episode. Yeah,
but I wonder like why they didn't go in the direction of like going on dates, like everybody dating, because I feel like drama would have came out of that.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
like we said on another episode, like if you saw Quentin and I guess Malcolm kind of dating, so it would have been interesting to see one of them go on another date and see how they mesh with that person, and then like they come back and they talk to each other about it and see what happens from there.
Okay, so what stood out to me was definitely the breakup between Quentin and Malcolm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I thought things were going pretty well, but I could see how they wouldn't make it. So, first of all, I'm like, I would not have wanted to be broken up with at a Five Guys.
Right.
Just because now every time I go to Five Guys, I'm going to think about how I got broken up with at Five Guys. And I like Five Guys. So it's like,
you don't want to mix the good with the bad.
Yes.
Basically. I get what you're saying.
I would not have wanted to be broken up with at a place that I like to eat at.
Right.
So I was wondering, like, where would you like to be broken up with? Like, where would you like what restaurant would you like to be broken up
at first I thought you were giving me a general location. I was going to say at a funeral.
Why?
Put your ass right in the mood. No, I'm just kidding. A restaurant? Probably McDonald's. I don't give a fuck about McDonald's.
Okay.
Like,
I would say Chili's.
Okay. Sorry. God damn.
But I would say.
Okay. Thank you. Goodness. Okay, I'm good.
right. Are you sure? Let me turn this air conditioner on.
I'm good. Oh. She said Chili's. We have a couple of stories, not breakup stories, but we have some pretty iconic moments from Chili's.
From Chili's,
yes.
Because Chili's, I never go to Chili's, but I know their food isn't terrible. So, like, if I was there, I'd be like, well, I'm not going back to Chili's. But at the same time, like, I'm here. I'm out to eat. No, I'm sorry.
You good.
Technical difficulties.
This is what Ken Carey is about. That was all Carey. That was all Carey. My goodness. You said Chili's.
I also want to say Chili's just so that, like, I can, like, get mad and go off. Like, if one of us starts yelling, the other person can be like, sir, this is a Chili's.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Oh
my god. Oh my god.
But yes, I just thought it was so funny that he broke up with him at a Five Guys. I was just like, I love that restaurant. I would hate him even more for, like, breaking up with me at a place that I like to eat. But are you okay?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought. What did you think of Malcolm's reasoning?
There had to be more to it. I felt like there had to be more to it. Like you're like, oh wow, I admire all these things about you. Like I like that you're a hard worker and all this other stuff. You seem to be independent, but you smoking weed is a deal breaker for me.
Yeah,
like, I can't imagine. Like I don't know, you just literally head over heels for this person. All this time y'all been dating, and then like you're like, oh, I don't want to date you because you smoke. I don't want to date you because you smoke, but I'll fuck you. Like, where's the sense in that? But yeah, it's just it's just the whole. I don't know. He's like, smoking weed is a deal breaker for me. I don't get how. I mean, I don't gonna say I don't get how, but you were just literally head over heels for this guy, and then you're like, smoking weed is a deal breaker for me. But I don't know if. I'm wondering if Quentin told him, like, the first date, like, I partake in this, and Malcolm was like, oh, okay, I can kind of try to get over it. And then I just wonder what happened. Like, it was just weird that he's head over heels for Quentin, and then he's breaking up with him because he smokes weed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It did seem kind of weird because it was like, obviously, like we talked about last episode, he was just like so in Quentin's face. Like he just like, remember he was like hitting him up and like trying to schedule a date when they were trying to schedule another date. So to me, it's just kind of weird that like you're this into him knowing that he smokes, if that's a deal breaker. Right. But I don't know. You know, people, you know, maybe he did think he could get over it. But yeah, I mean, everybody has their standards. Yeah. And I feel like if you're going to be discriminatory, like the one place you can be discriminatory is probably your bedroom. Yeah. Ooh, don't drag me. I'm just saying, like, you can't make someone do something, sleep with somebody they don't want to, like, but yeah, I feel like it was valid. I mean, and I'm glad he didn't decide to string him along like some people were gonna get to later. True. So can I get some of that actually?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. But I like that he was upfront with Quentin.
Mm-hmm. I did like that too. I didn't like how he prolonged it. He kind of dragged it out.
Did you get the feeling that he was kind of trying to talk him into not smoking? It was a little weird. Yeah. Like, it was almost like he was treating it like, oh, like this is a defect. Yeah. Like this is I mean, I get it. It's kind of a problem to him, but to Quentin, smoking weed isn't like an issue. Like that's not something that he, you know, is like, oh my God, I wish I could stop smoking weed. You know, like, so it was kind of weird the way he was kind of like basically saying like, oh well, if you didn't smoke, then we could like be together. But since you smoke, like, you know, and I was like, he's not gonna change. Right. Like, and you shouldn't have to. I mean,
I did pick up on that. Another moment that stood out to me was I did like Malcolm. I did like the scene of him teaching. Like I did like the scene of him interacting.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I thought that was really dope. I'm like, okay, we get to see him in his element. Yeah. And I like that his students are like grade schoolers. Like they're younger, so they make a like impression on them. But I did like that scene, and I did like the conversation he had with his friend. Where his friend basically told him like, you're on a dating show. Yeah. You know, you should date. Don't get just caught up on one person. But I did like that scene. Yeah. I did like that.
I thought the his friend was like, you know, pretty insightful. Like, especially with his specific situation. Like, you know, go on. I wonder what date did he have?
The date with Angelo.
Oh, of course. Oh, that was this episode. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I thought she was right when she was like, go on a date, and another one, and another one, and another one, and see who you like. You know, you're dating. So. But, what?
I'm sorry, I can't get over the fact that she would have been broken up with Chili.
Chili's for the win.
Okay, we have to stay on topic.
Oh, I have written down, damn, it's already New Year's? Like, I swear, like, last episode they were, like, talking about getting each other Christmas presents, and now it's new, like, it's past New Year's. Like,
one of my moments was the scene of Malcolm teaching his class, and then the conversation he had with his coworker. So I thought it was dope because we kind of got to see Malcolm in his element. Right. Also, I love the fact that his class are grade school kids, so I feel like you can leave a lasting impression with them. And just a conversation with his coworker where she basically told him, you know, you're on a dating show, date, right? You know, go on another date, and then probably another date after that. But this scene to me was it stuck out to me just because we got to see Malcolm, you know, teach. I thought that was dope. Like, got to see his profession.
Also wonder what it's like to be gay and a teacher.
I thought about that. Like, when he was
weren't they
just
friend, able to like be gay? Like, I feel like even in some like states, like you can still be fired. I think.
Yeah,
for
really?
being gay. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure like there are some like states where you can still be fired for being gay. So. Or maybe something just got passed, I think.
Okay. Oh, was it the equal opportunity?
Yeah, something like that.
You can't discriminate against somebody, you can't discriminate. You can't discriminate against an applicant based on their sex, sexual, I guess, orientation, religion, their handicap, all of that.
I don't know. I still wonder, like, do their kids know that they're gay, or how does that work?
Probably not. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's none of their business. But, you know,
if they were teaching like middle schoolers or high schoolers, it's a different ball game.
Yeah.
But...
Oh yeah, that's definitely not sexuality is not. But yeah, I thought it was interesting too. Like, you know, to see him in his profession, and it was cool that they got to shoot inside the school.
Yeah, that was dope. So yeah, definitely.
I think another thing that stood out to me was just the weird timing. Like, I guess this episode was after New Year's, but I think the last episode we watched was like before Christmas, maybe. So I just don't know what time it is. Yeah. And yeah, did you have any other like lasting moments?
Something that really stood out to me and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way when Angelo and Travis went to that restaurant and the waiter approached Angelo and he was like, "You can wait." I was like, "What?" Like,
wait, who said you can wait?
Angelo. D'Angelo. Yeah, he looked at the waiter and was like, "You can wait." Ooh. I was like, "What's going on with these like Atlanta people? Yeah, mistreating like the waiters and the staff. Like, y'all not realize these people are handling like y'all food, y'all drinks, like right." Yeah, but he like turned to the waiter and was like, "You can wait." And I was like, "Can you wait, motherfucker?" Like, right? No, yeah, I don't know what's going on with these Atlanta people or just people in general just being asked to like food service, like wait staff. Like,
never be rude to the wait staff. Yeah, like they're dealing with your food, exactly. Like, and also they're just servicing you, like right. Yeah, especially considering like what they make and like all of that. Yeah. But yeah, that's not something that I caught. That's crazy.
I saw it and I was just like, these Atlanta niggas are weird because it's crazy because I feel like the first or second episode, that was one of your moments. Travis snapping at the wait staff at the hookah lounge. Yeah. Now Angelo was like, "You can wait." Like, no, can you wait? Or, right. Like, can I have a moment or whatever? But right. Stop being rude to like the wait staff.
Don't be rude to the wait staff. That's not a good look at all. I think I said that was my petty thing that I will stop talking to somebody over. which isn't really that petty to me. Like, don't be rude to like people that are servicing you. Right. But yeah, I wrote, girl, he's just not that into you.
I feel like it's Quentin and Malcolm.
Really? It could be them, but it's not.
Ooh. Is it Angelo and Ryan?
He's just not that into you, girl. I'm so sorry. He's just not. And it's so crazy because it's like, he was, I guess, because this was the episode where they had to, this was the episode where they met up in the parking lot. Yeah. And so I'm like, why is he, it just seemed kind of weird because I'm like, well, why didn't y'all sit down and have this conversation? Right. Why is he pulling up at a restaurant that you were at and then y'all arguing outside? Like, it just seemed like there was a better way that this could have been handled, I guess. But, yeah, it just seemed like they were going around in circles. And, like, obviously I feel like Ryan just needs to, like, express that he doesn't like, he's just not into him.
That's weird because that was one of my moments, but I ended up scratching it off. Like, they basically just talked in circles. Like, the whole argument was nothing but just beating around the bush.
Like,
I don't know why they... I feel like Angelo... Like we said, Angelo is... I feel like he's trying to express his feelings to Ryan. He just gets caught up in his own head or whatever. Yeah. But I feel like Ryan should definitely just tell Angelo, like, look, we tried, it didn't work. Like, let's just be friends. Just keep it pushing. Like,
what's your deal breaker? Sorry, I just to go back to what Malcolm had said about deal breakers. What's
I guess a definite deal breaker. Or is it like a petty deal breaker or like something I really can't stand?
I would say something you really can't stand.
I don't know, I guess this is common, but bad hygiene.
Yeah, I would say bad hygiene too. Yeah.
It's just, and it's crazy in this day and age. You know, there are really people who brag around. There are people who brag about walking around like smelling like sweat and corn chips.
Who
and
does?
Shit. We won't get to that. We won't get to that. But yeah, it's people in 2020 really walk around bragging about smelling like an ass crack. So there you have that. So yeah. Bad hygiene is my definite deal breaker.
Well, also one thing that stood out to me was, I guess the boy that accompanied Travis and D'Angelo on their, I guess they were having lunch or something, brunch or whatever. And so he came, and I don't know if they were introducing him as somebody that's like a part of the show now, or if he's just like a friend of the show. But it was just so funny because he was just like there, and he was very like when he was talking about how he's in a throuple, but he didn't seem to be like, it didn't seem to be by his own choice. Like, it was just like, yeah, I guess I'm in a throuple now. And like, they were like, like, you just, like, did you orchestrate this? Like, how did this happen? Like, it was pretty funny. Yeah. And then that's when Charles was like, oh, he's my type.
Yeah, like, skinny.
Everything's going on downstairs. Nothing really going on upstairs, you know? But, yeah, I thought that was funny. But yeah, those were our moments that stood out to us for episode 4 of the Shit We Do for Love. Or is this episode 5? Episode 5 of the Shit We Do for Love. And we'll be back with second segment of our show.
And we're back with welcome back to the Key and Carry channel, where we key
and we carry.
I'm Troy.
I'm Damon.
And we'll be finishing up the rest of our segment, starting with the fave of the episode. Okay. Did you have a fave?
I would say my fave was probably, I didn't really have too much of a fave. I guess I would say Malcolm, maybe, just because, I mean, he did break up with Quentin, and was sad. But at least he told him, you know, he was able to communicate that to him. But I did like seeing him in his teaching, like in his like career, I guess. That was really cool. And I thought that was nice.
Yeah, it was dope.
I guess that was enough to like, you know, make it my favorite.
Cool, that's cool. My fave was actually his coworker. Like, I like that she actually was like,
can I change mine? Then it's definitely the coworker.
It's definitely like hands down the coworker. She's basically like, nigga, live,
right,
date. You're on a dating show. Don't get so hung up on one person. Like,
do you think like people try to get tied down too quickly?
Yes, definitely.
Okay,
I kind of feel like that's what I don't want to say. I feel like that's what Malcolm was going for, but from what I watched, I felt like that's what he was going for.
It seems like it's like all or nothing with some people now. Like it's like either they're like so quick to get into a relationship with you, or they're like prolonging, like calling you their partner. Like it's very like I don't want to put a ring on it just yet, you know. Right. So
there are definitely situations where I feel like people fall way too fast, way too hard, and it's like, I'm just gonna give you everything I have just on the first date. And it's kind of like, whoa.
I think he likes the idea of Quentin. I don't know if he actually likes Quentin. Like, I think he just likes the idea of like he's obviously physically attracted to him, like, and all of that. But I don't know if he like can really mesh with Quentin's like personality. I guess.
Right.
So
I agree.
Who was your least fave?
Honestly, my least fave again was Travis. Like another episode, no date, just because I said it before. I'm kind of tired of him just meeting up, see what's going on. Like meet up, go on a date, or if not even a date, but like just meet up to see if you're compatible with like anybody. Like I get you and Angelo have established this bond that's dope, but like. I'm sorry. Like,
I would say my least fave was I guess my least favorite would also just be Travis. I feel like, you know, I just feel like he doesn't have anything going on himself. It's all like other people, you know. So it's like, I don't know, it's just kind of weird that every time you sit down and talk, it's about somebody else. It's not about yourself. Right. So.
Like I don't don't mind hanging with Angelo, but there's other cast members that I guess you could be getting to know. Yeah. Like shit, he could probably be, I don't know, I'm gonna say compatible with Alante, but I mean, fucking hang out with Alante one time. Like, hang out with Damien was new. Like just hang out with somebody, see if they're compatible, and if not, just keep it pushing. But I just want to see him go on a damn date.
Right. No, I agree, honestly. Did you have a fashion moment, a look moment that you want to shout out?
Quentin's confessional. The silver jacket with the graphics and the studs on it, and he had like the chain link, the white shirt, like the ball cap. That jacket was dope as fuck. Like, that jacket was hard as shit. Like
it was giving me a Machino.
I'm not really big on like graphics or print, but I like the jacket. Like I like the detail of it, and then I like all the graphics and logos that were like plastered over it. Like I like it. Okay, it was dope.
Yeah, I thought it was cute too. That was something that I noticed as well. But I would say D'Angelo's Notorious shirt. I don't like that he cut it down the middle. I thought that was it looked kind of like crafty at that point, but I did like the color and like just the print of it. If he didn't cut it down the middle, I would have wore something like that.
Do you think if it was like a crop top, or do you not like
I feel like it would have worked better as a crop top than it would have if him cutting it down the middle. I don't know. Gays love showing their chest. Don't understand why. No, I'm kidding.
But, maybe those Atlanta girls.
Yeah, those Atlanta girls. Not a hair. Not a
peck.
Not a definition. But you gonna show this chest. They said you gonna see this chest. But did you have a messy moment?
I did. My messy moment was I guess Will threw shade at Travis threw shade at Will's, I guess, his house, talking about Travis said he lives in what did he say, a 3,000 square footage home, and then he threw shade at but he threw shade at Will. It's like, oh, he looks like he has like a cute 600 square foot. Like, you can't shade somebody's house if we don't know how you live in.
Exactly.
We're gonna take this all the way back to G Status ATO Hustle season 1. Yes. Like, you can't shade somebody's living situation or living arrangements. We've seen their house. Right. We don't know how you're living. Right. So, I mean, he could have a 6,000 square foot home. Cool. We haven't seen it, but like, you can't get on the show like, you've seen Will's house, and I like his apartment. It was nice, but you can't get on the show and be like, oh, it's cute. It's not as big as my house, but we don't know how you live, sir.
Also, it's Atlanta.
Right.
Like, I mean, no shade to people that live in Atlanta, but we all know that people flock there because the housing, like, it's affordable. But so yeah, it's just kind of weird that he'd be like, that people are like, oh, I live in this house, I live in this house, and I know Atlanta, like the city itself, can get expensive because it's a big city, you know, so. I can see that, but yeah, it's like when I think of Atlanta, I don't think of like, oh my god, the housing.
Yeah.
Like, how am I gonna live when I get there? You know.
Now, if this is coming from a bitch that lived in L.A.,
right,
New York,
like,
maybe Miami,
right.
But yeah, I'm just tired of people like shading other people's living arrangements and like we don't know what your house looks like.
Right. Yeah, that can be kind of annoying. Honestly. So I would say my messy moment was probably the just showing up to argue in a parking lot. D'Angelo and Ryan just like showing up in this parking lot arguing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why couldn't y'all have done this at a later date? Like,
I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's also weird that he was kind of like on, like, him and Travis had went out. Like, they had, like, a lunch date or whatever.
Right.
So he kind of abandoned the lunch date to go argue with Ryan.
Yeah, and I'm just like, is it that important that you have to pull up? Like, were they about to fight? Like, I was so confused. I'm like...
I'm still learning. No shade, but yeah.
Yes. I wonder what part in that transition is he in. Is he in the pull-up pole stage still, or is he in the I'm still learning? Like,
I feel like when he pulled off, he was still learning.
Okay.
Like, it was also funny that he was yelling at D'Angelo out his car window. Like, you want to talk to him or not, sir? Like, I'm gonna need you to put the car in park or just keep driving, but don't yell at me. Don't yell at me through your car window, out your car.
I think Ryan just doesn't want to commit to D'Angelo, and I wish you would just tell him that.
Yeah.
Like, it's just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of nerve-wracking. Like, y'all arguing about nothing. All of this is fluff. At the end of the day, when you pull it all apart, it's basically you just don't want to be committed to him. You don't want to be with him. Like, and I wish you would tell him that now so that he can be like, okay, and then keep it moving, you know?
Right.
So, yeah, that was my messy moment. Like, why are you bringing that negative energy here? Now, he probably took that energy back to Travis and Old Boy. And, like, now they're like, damn, what's wrong with you? Like, But, yeah, that was probably my messy moment. And also, yeah, that was my messy moment.
I feel like he was going to say something else.
Nothing. I had already mentioned it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
did you have a reality rewind moment?
Okay, so I actually don't have one. Do you have one?
Yeah. Black Ink Crew, New York. I don't know what season it was, but Donna versus Anya. In case, like, okay, let me give y'all a little history of, like, the fights that I picked. This isn't to be problematic or, like, to bash, like, black women. But I pick fights that are, like, have layers to them.
Okay.
So, like, with the Sky and the Ra Ali fight, there was layers of that to, like... But with this fight, it's the same. Because, like, the meetup... First of all, whoever put that halo braid in Anya's hair... shout out to whoever put that halo braid in Anya's hair. But the halo braid, the drink throwing, the white woman walking past the restaurant while they fight. It's so funny because when they started fighting, the fight started off inside, and then they cut to a camera outside, and then you see like this white lady walking by like the restaurant, and you see like the glass rattling.
This comedic editing.
Yeah, she's like, "What the fuck?" So like the white woman, then they break up the fight. Then Anya gets her ankle ran over, like
after she jumped out of a moving car.
After jumping out of a moving vehicle, she gets her ankle ran over. Like, I just want to know, like, was the car driving slow, or did she not have enough momentum jumping out of the car? Is that why she got her ankle ran over?
I don't know how you get your ankle ran over.
That's what I was
and not like be on the ground. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out how her ankle ended up under the tire of like the car, but.
That episode was that scene was iconic just because
I'm crazy. That's what started it.
She was like,
I forgot this was started it. Not to mention that the comments. This is what also makes it one of my favorite fights. The YouTube comments. Remember when everybody in the comments was like, "Donna's from the land," and we thought they were talking about the motherland. I'm like, bitch, are we all from Africa?
Right.
No, they were talking about from Cleveland. So I felt so dumb. Thank God I didn't like post that comment like, "Are we all from the land?" But they were
Donna's
talking about
from
Cleveland.
the land, though.
That fight was so
Is that how they giving it up in Oakland? Wait, is it Oakland?
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Is that how they giving it up in Cleveland?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that fight. That was like a real fight too. Like they let them go for a minute.
They did. Like
Donna's shaved head
and a colorful hair.
Oh my God. I was like
that's essentially what Devon and December should have gave. Like, I mean, they weren't throwing dishes, but Donna and Anya weren't throwing dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Anya threw a cup of water.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that's what they should have gave. They should have threw the dishes and then just scrapped. Well, Devon and December should have threw the dishes, then scrapped. But oh well.
I would say from my reality rewind moment in the same name of Keeping It Black Ink Crew, New York. I would say the fight between Alex and Donna's I guess then ex-boyfriend Mohammed.
Oh, Mo.
Yes.
Oh, is that when he came to the house? They were like out the country?
Yes. So if you don't know, Donna was definitely cheating on she was definitely cheating on Mo with Alex. Mm-hmm. And so he came to where they were. I don't know why they were. I guess they were at a convention or something, mm-hmm. or staying somewhere else for a convention. Mm-hmm. And he showed up and just started fighting. I was like, oh my God. Like they literally just started fighting. Mm-hmm. Like,
and I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's so crazy because Mo blended in with like the cast and the crew. Yeah. Like he was just walking through the house like he came to the house with him. But
right.
Yeah, he basically snaked his way through the crowd and got to Alex and they just gave it the fuck up.
I mean, Alex kind of defended himself for somebody that like didn't even know who was, you know.
Yeah.
And just everybody's facial expressions, like especially when he was going in on Donna,
mm-hmm.
I was like, damn.
I forgot he went in on Donna.
He went the fuck in.
And all of it, not all of it, but like some of the shit he said is coming back. That was terrible.
Ooh.
Bad.
Yeah. Nobody's, I mean, I guess she was wrong, so how is they gonna stand up for her?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody stood up for her, but... I just remember he kept calling her light skin, and I'm like, what is that about?
Oh, I do remember him calling her light skin. You were supposed to be my one, light skin. I was like, that's problematic.
Yeah, I was like,
problematic. Yeah, him calling her light skin was very problematic.
Yeah, I was like, what is that supposed to mean? Yeah, this has been an episode of Key and Carry where we key
and we carry,
and this has been our episode of our review of episode 5 of the Shit We Do for Love. Mm-hmm. So, we're gonna finish up the whole series, mm-hmm. and stay tuned. Yeah,
don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Mm-hmm. Also, give a shout out to KevonBurnsOnline, who produces these episodes and posts them online for us to review. So do that, and thank you for watching.
Yes, peace.